Let me take a swig of this lemon water before I begin. I would not date a black woman that doesn't have edges. Now, for those that are like lost in space, I'll explain to you what I mean. The sides right here, I've cut mine, but the sides right here, if you're missing that, and you're missing all around here, this whole area right here on the sides, I won't date you. Now, some black women will sit back and say, well, I wouldn't date you anyway. Look at you with your nappy hair. You need to do something with that hair. Look at your big nose. You short, and you this, and you that, and this, that, and so forth. And by them responding the way that they're responding, it's like, it's as if they're attacking me to make me feel hurt. Like they want me to be hurt about the situation, even though I know that they're hurt. So hurt people hurt people, right? But the problem is that I'm not affected by any of that stuff. You want to know why? Because I embrace it. Thank you for talking about my big nose. I have other body parts to go along with my big nose, if you get my drift. Thank you for talking about my peasy hair. Thank you for talking about how short I am. I embrace that type of stuff. I love me and the skin that I am in. I have no insecurities. And this is what leads me to the reason why I would never date a woman that doesn't have edges. It's because I know that there's a mental problem. Like, you kept on putting glue, frontals, lace fronts, all of that stuff on your hair to look a certain way, to maintain a certain image. And at the end of the day, the reason why you were doing that is because you wasn't satisfied with the natural look that your God gave you. See, if I believed in God, I would appreciate the Creator creating me how I look right now. But it's obvious that you don't. So it's the insecurities of a woman that I'm talking about. You know, like, when you go to the doctor, right? A real doctor, that is. They'll tell you that you get pimples on your face and, you know, certain marks and stuff like that, you didn't, you know, it wasn't self-inflicted. Your body did that. Your body is like, pimples is your body's actually spitting out the dirt that's inside your skin, the epidermis of your skin. Right? It's the same thing with your hair. Your hair's falling out because it's telling you that it's something that's deeper than your edges. It's what's inside your brain. It's how you're thinking, how you feel about yourself. Just think about that, young women. Young women, that is. Because there are a lot of black women that are older. I don't like to say old, but older in age. And it's too late for them. That they've glued, put on frontals and lace fronts and weaves and all of that stuff to the point where they no longer have any more edges. But for you young women out there, it's not too late for you. But just think about that thing. It's self-mutilization when you continue to put glue in your hair and you see your edges slowly but surely just pull on out, pull on out, pull it out, pull on out, pull on out, pull on out. And please do not blame it on the Africans. Stop it, women. Stop blaming it on our Africans. Oh, they braid their hair. She braided my hair too tight and blah, 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 blah. Let me tell you something. I went to Africans one time. Never forget it, on 125th on Harlem, New York. Right? And she braided the living hell out of my head. Tight as a motherfucker. I didn't even go to sleep. I think I went to sleep like a week later. That's how tight my head was. Let me tell you something. I vowed never to go back to her. So you can't blame it on the Africans. And we have to set the record straight that there's a problem. in the African American community, specifically with women, and how vain they are and how insecure they are, to the point where they have torn patches out of their hair. I'm not going to get on the perms and none of that stuff. I'm not going to go that way. You know how like a lot of people say, well, you know what, you get perms and all that stuff to look white. Yeah, okay. If you really look at black women, or black people in general, we have all types of textures of hair. Period. And if that was the case, like say for example, if Shaquita was trying to look like Suzanne, right? Why is it that Shaquita got all of these different hairstyles and had the hair dyed this way and that way and had her hair to this and that? White women don't do that type of stuff. Only black women do that. And I will agree that it's somewhat easier to do different styles to your hair when it's straight. And that's what most black women say. It's easier for me to style my hair when it's straight and manipulate it. I could kind of agree with that. But if that's the case, excuse me, no Omicron, and Delta variant, none of that. Just a regular common cough, you know what I'm saying? I'm just getting over a cold. So, you know, in that particular situation, all right, cool, I agree with that. Well, listen, why not just, hot comb it? Keep your natural hair and just hot comb it if you need to straighten it out every now and then. Other than that, why are you damaging? Why are you exercising self-mutilization? Straight up. And then guess what? When your edges are gone, then that's another mental problem that you have to deal with. And I can't do it. I refuse to do it. Because I know that women have mental problems, man. And I know America spelled with 3 Ks is hard on black women. I mean, they're hard on us, pause. But they're definitely hard on black women. You understand? The black woman's body is being exploited. And then once it's being exploited, they don't even give the black woman's body, let alone just image, the glory. They give it to Kim Kardashian. Like as if she invented the first big fat ass, even though her ass is fake as shit. Let me tell you something. Straight up, for all you millennials, this goes out to, I hope white women are listening to this. And I'm not talking about old white women, I'm talking about the young ones. Because I want you all to know that's in there squatting and doing all those exercises that I see you all do, ass exercises. You on TikTok and you showing your ass off now. Let me tell you something. Back in the days, in the 90s, they called black women, because black women were the ones that's walking around with big fat asses. You understand? They called, I don't even want to get into Sarah Baartman, but we can go there. See, y'all don't know who y'all fucking with. But we ain't gonna get into Sarah Baartman. We just gonna keep it on a shallow level, because y'all ain't but so deep. Anyway, in the 90s, this goes out to the white millennial women that were born in the 90s but weren't raised in the 90s. In the 90s, Sir Mix-a-Lot came out with a video, right? Called Big Butts. I like big butts. I think that's what it's called, right? Look at that video. It's called Sir Mix-a-Lot, I Like Big Butts. In the very beginning, you see 2 white girls and they're talking about the black women. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's so nasty. Excuse me, it's so fat and nasty and it's this and that and so forth. And then after that, the song says, I like big butts and I cannot lie. Let me tell you something. I was always into fat asses. Straight up. Now, I ain't gonna lie, the mother of my children, she ain't got the biggest ass. You understand? She got me in a different way, because it's not all about, your physical appearance with me. I take you for whatever it is. If you're gonna treat me right, if you're gonna cook clean and do all the rest of that stuff, we could work that ass like literally. We working that ass out right now. I can get you right. You know what I'm saying? A few back shots, we adults here, right? A few back shots and, squats and all the rest, I could get that ass right. But I was always into fat asses in the 90s. White women were not. White women were into that Barbie look. I'm pretty sure that now they're re-sculpturing the Barbie doll to make her have a fat ass. But in the 90s, buy the vintage Barbie dolls, you're going to see that Barbie had a flat ass. That's what white girls were into. And they were calling black women that had fat asses fat. But now all of a sudden, 20 years later, now all of a sudden, you got white women wanting fat asses everywhere because of Kim Kardashian. And then they had the nerve to say, I'm going to get a Brazilian butt lift. No, you're going to get a black butt lift. That's what you're getting. Give black women the props and keep it there. This goes back. Let me make it relevant. So, all the black women, whenever you hear about black women, they ain't nothing but whores, they loudmouths, they this, they that, and da-da-da-da-da. You all got it bad. I get it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Men out here, I remember Method Man said that he would never date a woman that had a natural. That his women have to have perms. So now some of your black men don't even want you to be natural. Some of you black men, some of your black men don't love you for who and what you are. So you confused and you fucked up. But let me tell you something, fuck them. Fuck them. You don't do this shit for them. You do it for you. You maintain your health from the top of your head on down. Plain and simple. Every time I see a woman that doesn't have edges, I know that she's going through something. I know it. The weight of the world is on her because she has to maintain a certain look. Straight up. You know, black women, you know, they got this big question mark on how black men have edges and their hair grow out and this and that and so forth. Well, it's easy. We don't do shit to it. And we don't go through those type of mental problems like you all do. Why? Because we don't give a fuck. We're non-emotional. Man, my dreads, if you scroll down on this channel, my dreads were longer than this. I recently cut my hair off in June. It was down to my stomach. And I had a whole lot of, like, for those that know about energy and, you know, dreadlocks and stuff, I had a whole lot of negative energy with that hair. I went through a whole lot of shit with that hair. And I said, well, you know what? I'm going to cut this shit the fuck off. And I did. I cut it off. But look at it now. This is the 4th time I've had dreads. 4th time. And the reason why my hair is the way it is, because I don't give a fuck about it. I just let it go. I let it grow. I don't manipulate it. I don't dye it. I don't do none of that stuff. Listen to that, women. Listen to the phonetics. Dyed. I dyed my hair. D-Y-E-D. D-I-E-D. Dyed. Fried my hair. I relaxed my hair. Oh, really? So your curl was tight. Your curl was tight. You know what having tight curls means? It means that your hair is full of protein. And if you look at these white shampoo, y'all keep on putting white shampoo, white people products inside your hair. That's another thing. You look at these commercials of shampoo and conditioners. What did they say? Added protein. You already got protein in your hair. White people trying to get their hair with that tight curl. Black people are relaxing. Black women, that is, are relaxing. White women are trying to get that tight curl. Black women are relaxing their curl. When you relax a curl, you straighten it out. I've heard this many times before, right? This shit bugged me out. They're combing, you all black women are combing your hair. Your black men are combing your hair. You know, when you get braids and you know, whatever, right? And you're like, oh man, this hair is nappy. I can't get a comb through it. You want to know why you can't get a comb through it? because you're using a fine-tooth comb. And you get it? They call white people's hair, or straight hair, fine hair. Wow. Are you listening to that? What's so fine about it? Our natural comb would be more like a pick, because our curls are tight. Love who and what you are. And if you believe in God, worship God by showing him that you love him in a way where you appreciate your body. You appreciate your body, and you don't have to change the color of your eyes and wear blue, purple contacts. Have all these crazy nails and shit with acrylic on it, and you sitting there looking like an idiot. I'm not trying to be funny, women, because I know you all are emotional, and I'm not, and I don't want to raise my voice. There are times when I raise my voice, I'm passionate about what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? But you all may take that in the most aggressive way. And nowadays, I can't be an alpha male because that's toxic. You'll call me a toxic male. Like masculinity, toxic masculinity, that's what you call it. So I can't be the man that I am. I can't even have any type of deep tone in my voice. So I gotta go like this. I have to sound like this one. Hold on, I gotta sound like this. I gotta sound like this when I'm talking to you. I gotta talk to you in my Michael Jackson voice in order for it to go, register. But I could go on with this. That's what we need, a pick. Because our hair, our grade of hair is different. Matter of fact, we are the only race that has the type of grade of hair that we have. So stop looking at that hair or your hair as a liability. Nah, that's a crown, mommy. That's a crown. And if you believe in God, that's a crown that God gave you. Just think about it. When a baby is born, everybody's hair is straight. And then as it gets older, as the body gets strengthens, everything gets stronger. That hair gets stronger. We're the only group or race of people where our hair grows out like a tree. But you want to perm that. You want to put a frontal on, or you want to wear a protective hairstyle. Just think about that. I've never had to wear a protective hairstyle. If we think with that type of frame of thought that you all think with, then I would have to wear a protective hairstyle, the same type of protective hairstyle that you wear. Why is it that I don't need it throughout the year, but you need it? Kill me with that. Kill me with that. Kill me with that. Ma, get that back. Stop putting that yaki, that animal hair in your head. Yes, for those that don't know, yaki comes from the yak, an animal. And then other hairs come from dead corpses, like dead hair, like people dead. And other hair, people's hair, the other hair comes from people that were alive that just cut their hair off and sold it to someone. And guess what? You reattach that energy into your hair. You reattach that into your hair. Now, some you all may be like, I don't believe in that type of stuff. I don't believe in that voodoo and that. Oh, okay, you Christian? Just ask you a question. Are you a Christian? Yeah, okay. So when you go to church on Easter and the preacher tells you to eat the bread, eat the cracker, and that's a symbol of Jesus' body. And then he tells you to drink the grape juice or the wine, and that's a symbol of the blood. You have just performed some ritual just like a person would do if they practice voodoo. So stop it with that bullshit. And get your shit together. Because, see, the thing of it is once you get this right, this will grow back. You want to know why? Because you ain't gonna never fuck with it anymore like that. Not plain and simple. I ain't got no problems with mine. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. I cut this. I get tired of this. I just be cutting it down. But I would never like put braids and frontals and lace fronts and put glue there and this and that and so forth, and then turn around after you done fucked around and damaged your hair. You want somebody to fix it. They make a fix your hair, but they can't fix what's going on in your mind. So you're gonna turn around and do the same thing over and over again. And let me just bring it all the way back, because it's like 20 minutes. I'm about to get out of here. Let me bring it all the way back. This is the reason why I can never fuck with a woman that doesn't have edges. Because it's a mental problem going on. She doesn't like herself. She is not satisfied for I could give you several reasons. She's not satisfied with the way she looks. She's at a clash with herself. Why? Because she's listening to everybody else, what everybody else is saying, and not to herself. And then some of you all may say, I'm a strong woman. That shit don't matter. Yeah, okay, well, you got other fucking problems on why you're... In other words, what I'm trying to explain to you all is this. If you're walking around with no edges, you got problems. I don't know what type of problems it is, but I do know that it's in here, inside your head. Not externally, but inside. Well, it is, because it shows. You don't have no edges. I hope no one took this to offense. I hope you all learned something from this. Straight up. And hell, I learned some things from my damn self. I didn't know I was going to say half of this shit. This shit is not rehearsed. I don't have no footnotes or no notes around here stick to the windows or some shit. Nothing. I'm about to get out of here. There's several ways of growing your hair back, though, your edges. And one is, take that hat off. Take that hard hat or them helmets off, them wigs and them weaves and shit. Go outside and stand under that sun, get that real vitamin D instead of the supplements. I take supplements too, being that it's winter. You understand? But I'm not going to take no vitamin D in the summertime. I'm going to take my black ass outside and get grounded. Y'all can learn something from me. And get grounded. Take off my shoes and get grounded and sit down on that floor, on the real floor, get grounded, get that energy from the earth, and get that vitamin D from the sun. Drink a gallon of water a day. Take some sea moss, spirulina, eat certain fruits and vegetables. You got fenugreek, F-E-N-U-G-R-E-E-K, oil that you can put in your hair. Jamaican castor oil. There's several different natural ways you can get your hair back. But for some, I'm sorry to say, but it's the truth. It's too late. You done burnt the hair follicles out of your fucking hair, and it's a wrap. And there's nothing that you could do about it. But what you can do is fix up here. The reason why your edges are gone, you can fix that, the problem that's inside. In this video, let me say this. Now I'm gonna get out of here. This video is not dedicated, this video is not dedicated to people with, if I'm not mistaken, alopecia, that has alopecia where your hair falls out. This is not dedicated to women that has cancer where their hair falls out. This is not dedicated to anyone that have problems with their hair based on health problems that they couldn't prevent. Hell yeah, I would date someone that had a bald head and had alopecia. I think that's it, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, please correct me. Where the hair falls out. Yes, I would date someone like that. I would date someone that had to wear a wig because they had cancer, something like that. That type of stuff is unavoidable. This video is dedicated to women that have that self-mutilated themselves. And they slowly but surely saw their edges falling out, and they never did anything about it. Just bitch and complain, crying, oh, my edges, my edges, my edges. And just that's overall insecure. It's an insecurity. Stop, black women, for real. You have a shoulder to cry on. I understand it. And this is the reason why you have this type of tough skin. Because I understand the attitude that you have to have. You gotta be tough. But not around me. I'll be tough. I'll be the man. You could be the woman. And just admit that you got insecurities. And different things that's going on in your head. You don't have to admit that shit to the world. Admit it to me. But men like me. And we'll embrace you and accept you for who and what you are. Every woman, and I didn't force them to do it. I didn't. But every woman that I dealt with, they started off with a perm, started out with a perm, and guess what? They had a natural. Last female I dealt with, she had edges. Her edges were fucked up. She was putting micro braids all in her head, dealing with the Africans. And I was looking at her, and one day I just got real blunt with her, like, yo, you know, your hair, you know, she had like one hair follicle. I'm not trying to laugh, but it was just like, oh, with a braid. I'm like, yo, ma, you messing up your hair. And, you know, she took it out. She was about to get it done again. And when she took it, I was like, oh, shit. You know, I could try to fix it. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't no barber like that. I cut my own edge up my hair and all that shit. Cut my own face up. Yo, you know, black people always got to, you know, make it happen. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when I was 16, I ain't trying to go on a tangent and go left field with it. You know what I'm saying? Left field that way. With it. But, you know, 16, 17, this is typical in the black community. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn how to cut your own hair. If you can't afford to go to the barbershop. So, you know, I had a little bit of skills. I cut it. I was like, yo, I got it as low as possible. And it was still damaged. Her hair was still damaged. She was just like, yo, cut that shit all off. I was like, you want me to cut it bald? And you want to start from the tizzy top? She was like, yep. I said, and let me tell you something. I'm not trying to be graphic, but I just want to show you just how much I appreciate black women and how it don't matter. I was hitting that shit from the back when she had micro braids in her head and when she had a bald head. I don't want to go there. Y'all don't know who I'm talking about anyway. I was getting blowjobs with micro braids and with the bald head. I was getting head from a bald head. Because it don't matter to me. And she grew that shit out. And yes, it took a while, you know what I'm saying, for her to get her shit back. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Convinced her to be a vegetarian and you know, all of that. Next thing you know what I'm saying? She took the veggie, you could take that too, the veggie joints, right? Biotin. You could take that. Next thing you know, her hair's straight. Her hair's straight. But that's what I'm into. I'm into natural beauty. Fuck all that makeup. Fuck all that contour, make your nose slim and all the rest of that. Nah, I want the big nose. I take the big nose, the big lips, the big ass, the big hips, that fat, juicy ass black pussy. I'm good. I'm Gucci. I don't know about any of these motherfucking Negroes out here. I'm telling you, they'll sit there and lie. But I'm telling you, most of my life, that's all I think about is motherfucking black women. And I tell any type of woman that I'm with, yo, you got to get over it. I'll never disrespect you in public. Never. But when I'm in the car and I see a big, fat, black ass, I'm looking. Permanent hair, green, purple, yellow, I don't give a fuck. Black women are beautiful. Now, will I date a woman that got pink, purple, yellow, green hair? Nah, but you could be a freak in the bed, though. We could cosplay and all that shit. I could be Batman and you could be the bitch. What's that broad from that was the Joker's wife that was loony and shit? Her. They did Birds Prey or some shit like that. They did two movies on the broad. Part of Suicide Squad. Yeah. So yeah, man, Ma. This goes out to you. Get it right up here. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm tired of seeing black women messed up. And it just gets even worse when your shit is gone. I love you. And this message was out of love. You understand? Other than that, please support the channel. Share the video. I accept positive and negative comments. You know what I'm saying? If you all have like circles and shit like that, and your homegirls or whatever have you, pop it on. You know what I'm saying? You could joke on me all you want. Hey man, listen, I want you to hear this big nose dude, you know what I'm saying, with his nappy ass head. I'm gonna play it for you, I'm gonna play it for you, and then you tell me what you think about it, girls. Okay. Share it with your mothers. Share it with your sisters, your cousins, your aunties and shit. I say aunties. I never said aunties. Your aunts. You know? Other than that, this is a video made out of love. I want y'all to take it easy, man. Like, comment, subscribe, definitely share this video.